Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be recapping 90 Day, The Last Resort. This is season 3. It's episode 11, so let's just get started. But before we do, I wanted to mention I do have a second channel. If you're a true crime lover, please go join us over there. All right, so let's get started in today's recap. Another fight between Russ and Paula. That's insane. I mean, does it ever stop, or is it just one continuous fight? These two really need to figure it out. They can't be enjoying this marriage very much at this point. Even Paula admits her marriage has been on Lifeline for quite some time. I think it's been their whole marriage. I remember before they even had their son that she treated him horribly. And she's continued to do so, if you ask me. Guillermo feeds his wife. Guillermo is very romantic. He feeds Cara, and these two have so much sexual chemistry and love between the two of them. I wish they could just put their egos aside. They could just be so perfect if they did, but money just seems to be getting in the way, and fame as well. I don't like it. People have their priorities wrong, for sure. Cara does. Summit and Jenny are back from their one-on-one therapy session. I'm curious to find out how it went. John's here, and that's going to be very interesting to see how him and Thais get along. I really wish he would stay out of Patrick and Thais' marriage. I hate that there's so much conflict between them. Patrick's just stuck in the middle. John doesn't really believe the rumors that he's heard about Thais in Brazil with her ex. But why did he bring it up then? But what he is concerned about is why Thais lied about her surgery. She's had many surgeries in the past, and Patrick knows about all of them. So why was this one different? It's so secretive. That's the question. There's definitely something to unpack here, and they will with the experts. Shekinah and Sarper are not doing well. There's always so much drama around Shekinah. I think she thrives with drama going on around her. Sarper's getting wary of the same problem and how she never gets along with anybody. They really did need to sit down and have a talk, but it seems like they just go round and round, and Shekinah has no desire on budging on the matter between her and Thais. She does not plan on apologizing anytime soon. Guillermo and Cara are going on a not-so-blind date with one another. It's sweet and romantic. They talk a lot about who they are and who they were when they met and what's important to them. Remember, it's a first date, so they're acting like they don't know one another. But in true Cara fashion, she has to bring up money. She has to spoil the date. And Guillermo's really tired of fighting. But sure enough, an argument ensues. Cara can't help talk about money issues. She even tells him that she wants him to sign over the deed to the house to her since she's making all the payments. Excuse me, ma'am. Who's watching the kid when you're doing things, when you're off doing your events, going to Italy? He is. That doesn't count for anything. It's so one-sided. I think he's smarter than that. He's not signing over that house. That's both of your house. He wants to fix things, but she focuses on dissolving the marriage. I just don't see how this is going to work out. These two are not on the same page, and they need to get on the same page really quickly if they're going to make their marriage work. Thais is so flirty with her husband. It's so fun to watch. Patrick keeps her laughing, and she likes to flirt. And I love this marriage. I wish John would get out of it. He's causing problems. I think John wants to ruin her marriage. Patrick thinks John wants to ruin her marriage. And for sure, Thais thinks John wants to ruin her marriage. Maybe he's jealous. What do you guys think? Sumit discusses his lie and that he lies to try to keep the peace, but it's 1000% backfiring. As he's the eldest son, he wants to be the provider, but he doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any funds, and borrowing that kind of money is just going to cause problems in the future. Patrick is so tired of being in the middle of John and Thais. John even admits that he thinks he's always right, and this causes a lot of problems in his relationships. You think? Thais feels hopeful because John's soon going to be a father of a little baby girl, and she's hoping he'll calm down and try to mend the relationship, and I hope so too. Thais did try and control John's behavior when she first moved in with Patrick and John. Remember, it was John's place too, and he didn't appreciate that very much. He'd be drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning and inviting girls over. And Thais just didn't want to live in a party house. And she didn't appreciate John bringing all these girls around her husband. So I get where she's coming from, but John is not her responsibility, and she can't control him. I mean, she can't even control Patrick. The bottom line is, John doesn't respect Thais. Thais doesn't respect John, and that's the problem right there. I mean, John actually ignores Thais in her own home. Even when he's not living there, he'll come in and he'll just pretend she's not even there. It's so rude. Thais believes John has a horribly toxic relationship with his girlfriend, and John admits she's right. Well, she's uncomfortable around him. And when they come over, she says hi, but she doesn't want to sit in that uncomfortable, toxic situation. So she just goes off to her room or does whatever, and John finds this to be very rude. But she has a reason why she's doing it. John brings up Thais' trip to Brazil and tells everybody that her dad mentioned Thais' ex to John, and John believes Thais spent time with her ex in Brazil. And if that's true, it's very upsetting to Patrick. Zaid and Rebecca are struggling, so she meets with Powell to talk about the argument she and Zaid had. He just wants more time with his wife, and he wants a more traditional relationship. Funny how Powell refers to herself as a wrestler. I wouldn't believe it unless I saw it, but she's incredibly talented. I'm pretty surprised, though. I mean, she doesn't look like that type, but she's very athletic. Cara doesn't speak very respectfully of Guillermo, according to him. Cara needs more support from her husband, but he works hard, and he is the one who provides insurance for the entire family. So it's just not about how much money he brings home. It's about everything he brings to the table. Guillermo believes that it's never good enough for Cara, and if these two aren't willing to fix their problems about money, it's going to ruin their relationship, if it already hasn't. John just tells Patrick he wants to protect him, but the reality is Patrick's 35. He doesn't need protection from his brother. He's doing just fine in his marriage, and he would do much better if John would stay out of it. What would really help Patrick is if John was nice to Thais, if John stopped gossiping about her and stopped stirring the pot. This would be really beneficial for Patrick and Thais' marriage. And if he really respected Patrick, he would do that for him. But the fact is, John's getting way too involved in their marriage, and now he's yelling at Thais in front of the experts, and Patrick needs to stand up for his girl a little bit more. He's certainly trying, but John isn't respectful to Thais or Patrick for that matter. John has crossed the line, and it's hurting his relationship with his brother. He needs to be careful. Otherwise, he's going to ruin everything, and he's not going to have any relationship with Patrick at all. John already doesn't have a relationship with his father. Now he's going to ruin it with his brother, too. Shekinah needs to be softer and kinder to Sarper if she wants her relationship to continue. And she needs to try to get along with other people because it's not fair to her husband that she's always in the middle of conflict. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode of 90 Day The Last Resort. I love the series. I love the whole 90 Day Fiancé franchise, but it's a lot. This is the best way I can see to catch up with some of my favorites. And I really like the format because I love that these couples are continuing to work on their relationships. I hope you guys have a really great week ahead, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.